Hello everybody and welcome to the 4th race in the chase and the 30th race of the season. Hi, I am Levi McIntyre, also known as Thrash Maniac 99, the voice of NASCAR Walmart Cup Series, here to welcome you back to a track we went to in the 2nd race of the season, Rockingham, UK, for the running of the United Kingdom 500. Now, this track, like I said before, it is a very good mile-and-a-half track. However, the only problem these drivers seem to have is some drivers, when they come down pit road, they scrape that pit wall. In some cases, some drivers will hit the pit wall and cost themselves a race, which, to my understanding, I really don't know why they seem to have problems trying to go down pit road. It's not hard. There's a big, wide open space, but nonetheless, that is how this track is. Now, before I get to the starting lineup, we're going to talk about the chase as far as the drivers in it. After the last race at Kansas, 4 drivers were eliminated from contention, and they were Chris Oliver, Charlie Rodriguez, Matt McIntyre, and Austin LaPlante. Those drivers were eliminated due to poor finishes last week at Kansas, and the drivers who are still left in contention are Daniel Day, Danny Wells, Austin Weiner, Cody Lamas, Noah Hart, Cole Daly, Zachary Fitzwater, Barney Taylor, Fred Schaefer, Jessica Sheldon, Michael Norman, and Chris Washer. So that is a look at how your chase is going to play out. Let's take you to the starting lineup. Starting on the pole is going to be one of those drivers who was in the chase but is out of contention, and that is Matt McIntyre. He comes into this race 15th in the points. Can he get his 2nd win of the season? We'll find out when we go green. Starting next to him is another driver who is out of contention in the chase, the 48 of Austin LaPlante. Can he get his 2nd win of the season? We'll find out. Starting third is going to be a driver who has not really had the best of seasons. He's been pretty much in the rear of the points all season, but he's been lately starting to show some improvement, and that is the 8 of Rue McIntyre. He will be starting in third. Fourth is another eliminated chase contender who is 13th in points, Chris Oliver, who, funny enough, Chris Oliver won at this track earlier in the season. Can he do the sweep? We'll find out. Rounding out the top 5 is going to be the driver who comes into this race 23rd in points, Cody Hagan. Can he get his 1st win of the season? We'll see. Starting in 6th is going to be the highest running non-chaser in 17th in points, Dylan Young. Can he get his 1st win of the season? We'll see. Starting 7th is going to be the driver who comes into this race 35th in points, Seth Cole. Starting in 8th is going to be our highest running chase driver in contention on the field, and that is the 15 of Barney Taylor. He will be starting in 8th. Rounding out the top 10 is going to be Cameron Bailey and Charles Jackson. Let's take a look at the rest of the field. You got points leader Daniel Day in 11th, 12th Chris Dollarton, 13th is chaser Austin Weiner, 14th Trent Dunham, 15th Eric Burden, 16th chaser Zachary Fitzwater. Then it's Henry Nova, chaser Cody Lamas, chaser Michael Norman, Ibrahim, Tommy Mooney, Nathan Hudson, chaser Fred Schaefer, Sonny Hammond, Henrietta Fitzwater, chaser Chris Washer, chaser Jessica Sheldon, Chris Nelson, Dylan Thero, Ian Siegel, Joshua Michaels, Carlos Rodriguez, Noah Hart, chaser Charlie Rodriguez, who was out of contention, David Rivera, Nick Smith, Chaser Cole Daly, Chris Michaels, Ian Dutta, Chaser Danny Wells, and then the last row is going to be Kyle Matthews and Jordan Kolb. So that is a look at your starting lineup for this race. We are now getting ready to go green. Drivers are getting ready to go green flag racing for 51 laps here at probably one of my personal favorite racetracks of this schedule. Pace car getting ready to pulling down pit road now. It will be Matt McIntyre, Austin LaPlante, Rue McIntyre, Chris Oliver, and Cody Hagan, your top 5 leading us to the green flag. With Matt McIntyre on the pole, too bad he won't be able to win the championship, but he can still finish off the season on a higher note later on. But here we go, green flag is out here at Rockingham, UK. And as Austin LaPlante didn't get a good jump, here comes Rue McIntyre to the bottom of Matt McIntyre, though they are not related. They are McIntyres nonetheless. But Rue McIntyre now has the lead. He's going to take it, but also here comes the 99 of Cody Hagan. And all of a sudden, Seth Cole is up here as well. Only on the first lap, and it looks like Rue McIntyre is going to lead lap 1 here at Rockingham, UK. So far, we are still green. Let's take a look, see where we can... Oh, Seth Cole almost got into Cody Hagan, almost wrecked, but they saved it. But he's going to probably lose a spot or two unless he can rebound. But wait a minute, it looks like they're about to go 4 wide, or 3 wide, excuse me. They keep it together. I was going to look back to see where the highest running chaser is, and there he is, Barney Taylor running in the 6th spot. Whoa, Austin Weiner about got into Dylan Young, and that could have been a major mess. And Austin Weiner, who won last week at Kansas to get his 4th win of the season, he's running inside the top 10 at the moment. Let's see who the leader is. It's still Rue McIntyre, still leading with a steady pace over Cody Hagan. Caution's not out. Whoa, we see a battle between Jordan Kolb, Chris Michaels, and Carlos Rodriguez. There's the lowest running contending chaser at the moment, Danny Wells in the 38th spot. There you see Chris Washer right back here in 33rd, Cole Daly 31st, Noah Hart 28th, Zachary Fitzwater in 23rd. Then there's side-by-side between Daniel Day, the points leader, and Fred Schaefer. And there's Cody Lamas and Jessica Shelton. Michael Norman now, where's Norman scored at? They're saying he scored in the 15th spot. And then up here, oh, Henry Nova and Cameron Bailey almost wrecked. But how are these drivers getting into each other and not wrecking? That's my question. And right now the highest running chaser is Barney Taylor. Meanwhile, Rue McIntyre continues to lead. Nobody's been able to get to him and get around him for that lead. In fact, he's got a... Let's take a look at the margin right now. He's almost a 1.5 seconds ahead of Cody Hagan, so Rue McIntyre's got a fast car this week here at Rockingham, UK. No caution is out, but Nick Smith actually has some right side damage. He must have got into it with somebody. Meanwhile, back here, they are still trying to find their lines as we are still green flag racing here. Rue McIntyre still leads, and he's just like a rocket ship right now. He is now 1.62 seconds ahead of 2nd place Cody Hagan. Meanwhile, back here in 3rd is pole setter Matt McIntyre, who did not lead the first lap. He's trying to run down Cody Hagan for the 2nd spot. Meanwhile, Seth Cole is 4th. And now 5th is Barney Taylor, but he's got Trent Dunham, Tommy Mooney, Cameron Bailey and Austin Weiner and company. And whoa, Trent Dunham almost got in the Barney Taylor, and that would have been a big, big problem. So the highest running chaser is still Barney Taylor, then it's Austin Weiner. And now what's Chris Oliver doing? He's off the pace, but he's still on track in the 11th spot. And there's Cody Lamas, Michael Norman, Fred Schaefer, Jessica Shelton. And then the next running chaser would be Cole Dally, then Noah Hart, Chris Washer, Zachary Fitzwater, and Danny Wells. And the caution flag is out. Daniel Day's all the way back here. So maybe he just spun it out and kept it straight. I'm not sure, but oh man, it looks like these drivers are getting ready to come down pit road. We need to go to the helicopter camera to make sure nobody hits that pit wall. Let's see. Oh, Rue McIntyre, the leader! Oh, you have got to be kidding me. And Austin Weiner's going to hit the pit wall too. So too will Dylan Young. You have got to be kidding me. 3 drivers, the 2, the 8, and the 5, all hit that pit wall. The drivers are having to teleport to pit road because they got stuck trying to get on the pit road. Jessica Shelton scraped it. But wait a minute, Ibrahim almost hit it. Oh, and Zachary Fitzwater and Danny Wells, 2 chasers. That makes it 5 cars who hit the pit wall. And now Chris Nelson's gonna hit it. Make that 6. I don't really understand why it's so hard to get on pit road. I mean, there's a wide open gap. They just need to stay single file and they'll be okay, but man, let's see where the 8 car is, if he's even able to keep going. It looks like he is going to continue, but he will not be the leader. Plus he's got some damage on the side of his car, but good thing for him, he didn't hit it with the front of the car, so he is going to be able to continue, but that is a lot of valuable spots that he lost. While a couple other drivers, let's see where Zachary Fitzwater is. He's retired from the race. What about the 29 of Danny Wells? No, that's the wrong button. There's Danny Wells. He's still continuing. Now, what about the 83 of, or the 93 of Chris Nelson? He's still on pit road trying to sort his problems out. And now the 5 of Austin Weiner, he's still on track. And then the 2 of Dylan Young is still on track. So not everybody's out of the race after they hit the pit wall. But meanwhile, while we're under caution, we're going to take a look and see what brought out the caution for the first time today here at Rockingham, UK. And then we'll take a look at the drivers who hit the pit wall. Well, here's a look at what happened. It was a 3-wide situation coming off of turn 1, I believe, and Chris Washer was like the meat in the sandwich between Daniel Day and Sonny Hammond, and it just turned the 36 around, but luckily for everybody, they managed to avoid the 36. But that was somewhat of a tough break for the points leader, but good news for him, he ain't going to be out of the race. He's still going to continue, so he can get all them spots back, but that was a look at what brought out the caution. We will now take a look at the replay at what happened to drivers coming on the pit road. Well, here's a look at what happened to the drivers getting on pit road. There you see the 8 of Rue McIntyre get it. He gets a little bit of damage from the 99 of Cody Hagan, and that's what got him spun around. And then Trent Dunham gets into Austin Weiner, and he just shoved him into the pit wall. And then they get stacked up, and then the 2 is going to hit it a little bit, but not enough to damage his car entirely. But then we wait until we see the 9 of Zachary Fitzwater come into play, because he hit the pit wall hard to the point where he went airborne. We're actually going to go to the TV1 angle for the 9. And he's also have Danny Wells, who gets into an incident with the 9 trying to get on pit road. Let's actually skip ahead a little bit to see this go down. They're all coming down the pit road. All pretty close together. And then watch the 9. Right into the... Wow. Both he and Danny Wells went airborne after they made contact with each other. And sadly, Zachary Fitzwater is most likely is out of the race as a result. But it's like I said, I don't really understand why for these drivers it's so hard to come down pit road. And those people who hit it, like the 5, the 8, the 9, the 2, and the 93, have no one to blame but themselves. But in the case of Zachary Fitzwater, he was just getting shoved by the 29 of Danny Wells to the point where he couldn't turn the car, and that's what forced him into the pit wall. But that was a look at the caution, as well as the replays of what happened on pit road. We will now take you to the restart. Well, pace car lights are out. After all that, only 2 cars are out of the race, and they are Zachary Fitzwater and Chris Nelson. However, let's check Chris Nelson, because I know Zachary Fitzwater is out. There's Chris Nelson, so he's going to be a lap down. And then the 9 of Zachary Fitzwater, he is out of the race. But a look at your restart lineup. Matt McIntyre, the pole sitter, is back up in front. He's going to be your leader. Second is going to be Seth Cole. Third is going to be Tommy Mooney. Fourth, Cameron Bailey. Fifth is Trent Dunham. Sixth, Austin Weiner. Even after hitting the pit wall, we'll see if he's going to be up to speed or not to keep going. Seventh, Cody Hagan. Eighth, Barney Taylor. Ninth, Henry Nova. Rounding out the top 10 is the winner from this race back earlier in the season, Chris Oliver. Then it's Cody Lamas, Michael Norman, Dylan Thero, Charles Jackson, Chris Dollarton, Fred Schaefer, Rue McIntyre, who's still continuing, Henrietta Fitzwater, Joshua Michaels, David Rivera. That's your top 20. Then it's Eric Burden, Ian Dutta, Nathan Hudson, Kyle Matthews, Jordan Culp, Ian Siegel, Noah Hart, Cole Daly, Sonny Hammond, Charlie Rodriguez, the top 30. Then it's Austin LaPlante, Chris Washer, Ibrahim, Dylan Young, Chris Michaels, Jessica Sheldon, Daniel Day, Danny Wells, Carlos Rodriguez, and Nick Smith. That is your field, and we are already now green flag racing, and Matt McIntyre gets a great restart. But let's see what's going to happen with the 93 of Chris Nelson. Is he going to cause trouble for these drivers? And right now he is holding up the 33 of Tommy Mooney at the moment. And it appears that the 5 of Austin Weiner is up to speed. So he's battling up here with everybody. And Seth Cole's been getting held up too. But we're staying with the 93 to make sure nobody wrecks along with him. Tommy Mooney got forced way up high while they went nearly 4 wide right there, and they did not wreck. So with that, it looks like everything's going to be okay for now. Matt McIntyre still leads, and we are still green flag racing. Let's take a look at where the rest of the chasers are running. The highest running chaser is Cody Lamas in 5th. Then it's side by side for the 7th spot between Barney Taylor, Austin Weiner. Oh, Chris Dollarton spins. Austin Weiner hits the wall. Does anybody else get wrecked behind? Oh, David Rivera wrecked. Oh, Dylan Young, Chris Washer, Charles Jackson, Dylan Young, Daniel Day, Kyle Matthews. 2 chasers involved, including the points leader, Daniel Day. And Chris Washer, who's on that last place as far as contention of drivers in the chase in 12th. This was not what he needed at all if he wanted to get up higher in the points in order to stay in contention for the championship. Chris Washer actually, it looks like Chris Washer didn't get any damage, so I kind of overreacted about that because I saw him in that pile, but I guess he managed to slow it down quick enough and good enough to where he didn't get any damage. Drew McIntyre's back here. Nick Smith's got a buckle on his hood. Uh-oh, drivers are on pit road. Uh-oh, we missed part of drivers trying to come down. So far, everybody's scraping the wall, but not enough to be out of the race. Oh, Sonny Hammond, Joshua Michaels! And Sonny Hammond smoking. Oh, and then Chris Michaels, Carlos Rodriguez, Danny Wells, Nick Smith, Rue McIntyre, Chris Washer were held up, but Chris Michaels has got damage. But these drivers, when they come down pit road for the most part and they hit the wall, they've got nobody to blame but themselves. Because it's like I said, it is not hard coming down pit road. I don't understand that. It's like this track, it's like these drivers just insist on running as high as they can to get as much spots as possible, but it's like the ultimate risk reward. But that is a shame for that for those cars of Chris Michaels and Sonny Hammond. But Matt McIntyre is still your leader. We're going to take a look at a replay to see what brought out the caution for the second time here at Rockingham, UK. Well, here's a look at what happened. It was 3 wide between himself, Austin Weiner, Tommy Mooney. He bounces off both cars, come back up into the 5, and they both go into the wall, but Austin Weiner continues. And then Chris Dollarton, he's going to get hit by Charles Jackson, and that's what happened. Then David Rivera gets hit. And then back here, wow, Dylan Young went high in the air after getting hit from behind by Daniel Day. Let's take a look at that. Jessica Sheldon was right here. I don't know how she gets around it. She hits Charles, and then Daniel Day had nowhere to go. And Dylan Young takes a hard hit and goes up in the air. Yeah, Chris Washer, he didn't get involved. He just slowed down good enough to avoid getting so much damage. Rue McIntyre does a good job of getting around. So that was a look at what happened and what brought the caution, but that is a tough break for guys such as Dollarton, Jackson, Matthews, and Dylan Young. But I think the guy who's going to take the biggest hit of this is points leader Daniel Day. But that was a look at what happened and what brought out the caution. We will now take you to the restart. Well, the lights are out on the pace car, and after pit strategy, some drivers decide to stay out on track and are now up ahead. But before we take a look, the updated list of drivers out of the race are Sonny Hammond, Chris Michaels, Chris Dollarton, Daniel Day, Charles Jackson, Dylan Young, David Rivera, Kyle Matthews, and Zachary Fitzwater. Other drivers are a lap down, but Jordan Culp is going to be your leader. Second, Ian Siegel. Third, Cole Daly. Fourth, Austin LaPlante. And then 5th is going to be Ibrahim. 6th is Joshua Michaels somehow. 7th, Henrietta Fitzwater. 8th, Jessica Sheldon. 9th, Chris Oliver. Rounding out the top 10 is going to be Noah Hart. Then Ian Dutta, and then everybody else behind him pitted. Matt McIntyre, Seth Cole, Cody Lamas, Michael Norman, Tommy Mooney, Eric Burden, Nathan Hudson, Trent Dunham, Henry Nova, Fred Schaefer, Charlie Rodriguez, Dylan Thero, Cody Hagan, Cameron Bailey, Barney Taylor, Rue McIntyre, Chris Washer, Austin Weiner, Nick Smith. 2 drivers starting on the inside, a lap down, are Chris Nelson and Carlos Rodriguez. And Danny Wells is actually out of the race as well, so we can count him as an out-of-driver race. So the top 2 in points are out of the race, and Austin Weiner at the moment has damage, but he's still on track. But here we go, green flag is out, and Jordan Culp is your leader. And we are 32 laps away from the end of this race. Let's go back here. We're going to skim through the back here, see if anybody gotten caught up in any incidents back here. So far, everything's good, and now here comes Ian Siegel to the inside for the lead over Jordan Culp. And he's going to lead the lap. And then here comes Cole Daly, who's the highest running chaser at the moment. He's going to try to go for second now under Jordan Kolb. Ian Siegel bounces off the wall, and then Jordan Kolb got held up from it, and now Cole Daly takes advantage, and he's going to be the leader now. We're still green, but let's take a look back here, see if anybody got caught up. Wow, 3 wide right there underneath lap car of Chris Nelson. We are still green. Drew McIntyre appears to not be up to speed at all. And I think Austin Weiner, he's not really up to speed either. Neither is Carlos Rodriguez or Nick Smith for the most part. Or they could be up to speed, or I'm just saying things. I don't know. Wait a minute, is the caution flag out? Oh, Tommy Mooney's wrecked. And the caution is out. Tommy Mooney has damage. He has rear end damage, but I think he might be able to continue on. But Cole Daly is your chase leader at the moment. Or the highest running chase driver up at the front of the field in the lead. Ibrahim second, third Joshua Michaels, then Jordan Kolb and Ian Siegel. Let's see if these drivers... Uh-oh, there's drivers coming down pit road. We should go to the helicopter camera. And we should go to the Nun cam to make sure nobody hits pit wall. Or hits the pit road wall. Or I hope they don't. But we're going to double check to be absolutely sure. Oh, Joshua Michaels hit it. Jordan Kolb hits him. So too does Ian Siegel. Oh, Austin LaPlante gets around alright. Oh, Cody Hagan, he scraped it. Joshua Michaels was the one who hit the pit wall, and he's out of the race. That is a tough, tough break for that 78 team. And like I said, oh, and Matt McIntyre and Austin LaPlante make contact on pit road, but it was like I was going to say, Joshua Michaels has nobody to blame but himself. I know I say that a lot, but that is the case because it's not hard coming down pit road. But nonetheless, Cole Daly is your leader. Let's take a look at a replay to see what brought the caution for the third time here at Rockingham, UK. Well, here's a look at Tommy Mooney. This is about to be 4 wide between Washer, Bailey, Mooney, and Schaefer. The 33 gets up into his teammate, Fred Schaefer. Schaefer saves it, but Mooney spins, and wow, he took a hard hit into the inside wall. But he somehow manages to continue, and luckily for him, nobody was around when he came back up the track to get hit. So Tommy Mooney, luckily, even though he hit the wall pretty hard, he still continued, and it was only a solo car incident. But that was a look at what happened to Tommy Mooney. We will now take you to the restart. Lights are out on the pace car. Updated list of drivers out of the race. Only Joshua Michaels after he hit the pit wall. But Cole Daly is your leader, and he's a chase contender. Second is other chase contender, Noah Hard. Third is Chris Oliver. Fourth is chase contender Fred Schaefer. Fifth, Chris Washer, who's a chase contender. Then it's Dylan Thero, Barney Taylor chaser, Trent Dunham, Cameron Bailey, and all of a sudden up in the top 10 is chaser Austin Weiner. Then it's Rue McIntyre back up to 11th, and Ian Dutta, chaser Jessica Sheldon, eliminated contender Austin LaPlante, chaser Michael Norman, Henrietta Fitzwater, Eric Burden, Henry Nova, Ibrahim, Cody Hagan, eliminated contender Charlie Rodriguez, chaser Cody Lamas, Seth Cole, Ian Siegel, eliminated chaser Matt McIntyre, Nathan Hudson, Nick Smith, Tommy Mooney. Jordan Kolb's actually got damage. I'm not sure what happened to him, but he's got some front end damage and no hood. And did he get into somebody on pit road? I would think that's what happened, but Cole Daly and Noah Hart are your 2 highest running chasers, and then pretty much the top 5 are chasers, but Chris Oliver is eliminated from contention. And also you got Chris Nelson, Carlos Rodriguez, who are a lap or more down on the inside. Green flag is back out. Cole Daly didn't get a very good jump because now here comes Noah Hart. And also here comes Chris Oliver underneath of Noah Hart for the second spot. But they've got to split that 93 of Chris Nelson, but now he's going to hold up the 21 of Chris Oliver. Now he's going to dive to the inside, but Cole Dally, despite not getting a very good jump, he's going to pull away again as the leader. And they are coming down to take 24 to go here at Rockingham, UK. Let's take a look, and there you see Tommy Mooney running back here. Let's check the 5 of Austin Weiner, see where he's running. He's still running in the 10th spot. I believe if he can stay finishing in the top 15, he may be able to leave the race as the points leader, considering what happened to Daniel Day and Danny Wells. But wow, look, that was a great run by the 3 of Michael Norman. Great run by that 3 car. Oh, and Chris Washer gets turned by Fred Schaefer, and he bounces off the wall, and he's caught on the wall. Oh my God. Chris Washer, that is a tough break for that 24 car here. I thought he was going to survive the rest of the day, and he gets turned by Fred Schaefer, and he hit the wall and got caught on the wall upside down. Meanwhile, up ahead, there's a battle for the lead, and then Noah Hart's going to get it. So Noah Hart is your leader under our 4th caution here, but that was a brutal wreck for the 24 of Chris Washer. And these two are still racing. I'm not sure why. Maybe they are racing it back to the line. If they are, then Cole Dally will be your leader again. We're going to keep an eye out on this. It looks like Dally will get the lead back here under caution. Or no, they're still green. They are still green. What? That doesn't make sense, because that was a bad incident for Chris Washer. Maybe they threw it out because he got stuck there and he wasn't able to get onto the track again. That would be their only logic. Other than that, a caution should have been waived for that. I am not sure what was that decision. But Cole Dally is your leader again. But that is bizarre. A caution wasn't thrown for that, and we are 20 to go here, but still, that is bizarre. We'll take a look at a replay in case if another caution comes out, and then we can take a look at a replay on what happened to the 24 of Washer. But that is bizarre. And now, here comes Cameron Bailey. He's up here in this battle for the lead with Noah Hart and Cole Dally. Let's check out back here, see if anybody is spun off the track. Don't look like it. Austin Weiner's fallen back to 24th. Yeah, Rue McIntyre is not up to speed after hitting that pit wall. And now Cameron Bailey has gotten around for the lead. And he's going to lead this lap. And we are still green, but I am still shocked that NASCAR didn't throw out a caution for that incident with Washer. Meanwhile, let's take a look back here, making sure nobody gets wrecked. So far, everybody's under control. Cameron Bailey's about to hit pit road. Is he going to hit that pit wall? Nope. Dylan Thero's on. Same with Trent Dunham. There's a lot of drivers coming on pit road. Did anybody hit the pit wall? Chris Nelson, Nick Smith. 2 lap machines and the caution flag is out. I believe the caution is going to come out for that incident on pit road. Unless is there somebody on the track that has damage or just now coming in the pit road? Don't look like it, so I believe the caution is out for that incident involving Chris Nelson and Nick Smith. Now the question is, who is the leader? It is Cole Daly. So now, before we take a look at what brought the caution, we need to first take a look at what happened to the 24 of Chris Washer. Well, here's a look at it. Fred Schaefer gets a great run coming off this turn, and his car gets a little bit tight, and he gets into the 24, and then watch this hit. Driver's side first, and he gets stuck up against the wall. That was a bizarre incident. Let's take a look at it in very slow motion. He's about to go upside down, like the front of his car, like, caught the wall, and whenever he was about to flip, the wall caught him, and it got him stuck in that position. That is one of the most bizarre but most brutal wrecks I have seen this season. And that was not what the 24 of Chris Washer needed. He needed to get a good run if he wanted to move up higher in the points and stay in championship contention. Now he's in the real danger zone at the moment because there are only 2 more races until 4 more drivers get eliminated. But that was a look at what happened to Chris Washer. We're now going to take a look at what brought out the caution for the 5th time today here at Rockingham, UK. Well, here's a look at what happened to Chris Nelson. He overdrove trying to come on the pit road. He tries to pull down, and then he hit that pit wall pretty hard. And then Nick Smith had nowhere to go, and he gets into the 93. So that was a look at what brought the caution for the 4th time, I should have said. The 4th time, I believe. Is it the 4th? Yeah, this is the 4th caution, so that was a look at what happened. We will now take you to the restart. Well, Cameron Bailey stayed out, or pit strategy actually worked out for him, and he is going to be your leader, I would believe. No, actually, these are drivers on the tail end of the lead lap, all the way back to the 43 of Henrietta Fitzwater. So Henrietta Fitzwater is your leader. Then it's Michael Norman 2nd, 3rd Cole Daly, 4th Eric Burden, 5th Ibrahim. Then it's Henry Nova, Noah Hart, Barney Taylor, Charlie Rodriguez, Nathan Hudson, Seth Cole, Jessica Sheldon, Cody Hagan, Cody Lamas, Tommy Mooney, Rue McIntyre, Jordan Kolb, Cameron Bailey, lap car of Carlos Rodriguez, Trent Dunham, Austin Weiner, Fred Schaefer, Dylan Thero, Chris Oliver. So only 24 cars are left on the track. Updated list of drivers out of the race. Somehow, Austin LaPlante and Matt McIntyre and Ian Dutta, Ian Siegel are out of the race. I'm not sure what happened to him. But in case a caution does come out next time, we'll take a look at a replay to see what happened to those machines. But let's double check. Yeah, there are cars. Yeah, him and LaPlante and Dutta are out, and I'm not sure as to why. But Henrietta Fitzwater's going to restart as your leader, because she's got several cars up ahead of her. And here we go. Green flag is out with 12 to go here at Rockingham, UK. I'm almost starting to think that maybe those drivers hit pit wall and were not able to continue. But oh man, this is getting really, really racy over here. A lot of drivers. I thought I saw 5 wide a second ago. Tommy Mooney sits on pit road. Meanwhile, Henrietta Fitzwater continues to lead. 2nd is Cole Daly. And then look at that. There is Michael Norman, Henry Nova, and Ibrahim running, battling for that 3rd spot. But now Michael Norman has caught Cole Daly. Meanwhile, Henrietta Fitzwater continues to lead away. Austin Weiner gets into the wall and scrapes it, and he's going to go a lap down now. And now Fred Schaefer is about to get lapped. Meanwhile, 3 cars are ahead of the leader. Cameron Bailey, Trent Dunham, and Dylan Thero, and make that Fred Schaefer as a 4th car. They're still on the lead lap, but just barely. So if a caution would come out, they'll be able to get back around to the tail end of the field. Meanwhile, Michael Norman got around Cole Daly for second. And then fourth will be Ibrahim. Fifth is going to be Henry Nova, then Noah Hart, Eric Burden, Cody Lamas, Barney Taylor, Seth Cole, the top 10. So the highest running chasers are Michael Norman and Cole Daly. And Fred Schaefer has just gone a lap down, and Henrietta Fitzwater continues to lead. No caution is out still. Meanwhile, these drivers are racing back here. And Fitzwater continues to lead, but Fred Schaefer is trying hard to get past the 43 to get his lap back. And it is 8 to go, I believe, here at Rockingham, UK. Saw a driver scrape the wall. That might have been Trent Dunham. And it was, and Henrietta almost wrecked trying to pass him. And now underneath of both Dunham and Schaefer is Michael Norman. He's going to try to use that as an advance to try to get around Henrietta Fitzwater. But it ain't going to work at the moment. Let's check back here and make sure nobody gets spun off that turn, because that's where a lot of incidents take place, is right off that turn. And there's not very many cars left on the track that are running. And Henrietta Fitzwater continues to lead. Now, like I said, if a caution comes out, we'll take a look at a replay as to what happened to LaPlante, Matt McIntyre, Ian Dutta, among others. Or if the race continues to finish under green, then we'll look after the race. But it is 5.5 to go here at Rockingham, UK, and Henrietta Fitzwater leads. But here comes Michael Norman. He's getting a good run on Henrietta. Michael Norman wants to try to keep the chase driver's winning streak alive, where every race in the chase so far has been won by a chase driver. It was done by Daniel Day back in New Hampshire. Then at California, it was done by, I believe, if I can recall, Noah Hart. And then last week at Kansas, it was done by Austin Weiner. And now Michael Norman has gotten the lead. And they are getting ready to come down to the stripe to take 4 to go here at Rockingham, UK. And he's got the lead. Still, that is. Let's take a look at where the top 10 stand. It is Michael Norman, the leader. Second, Henrietta Fitzwater. Third is Ibrahim. Fourth is Cole Daly. Fifth, Noah Hart. Sixth, Henry Nova. Seventh, Cody Lamas. Eighth is Seth Cole. Ninth, Eric Burden. Cody Hagan, 10th. Then we got a battle for 11th between Jessica Sheldon and Barney Taylor. 13th is Nathan Hudson. Then Charlie Rodriguez, Jordan Culp, and Rue McIntyre, Dylan Thero, and Cameron Bailey. Those are drivers on the lead lap. We have a few drivers on the track. Oh, Michael Norman scraped the wall, and that's going to give Henrietta Fitzwater a chance to retake the lead. But can Michael Norman get back to the 43? This is interesting. 2 legendary numbers in the entire history of motorsports, but most importantly in NASCAR. The 43 and the 3 are battling for the win. And they are 2 to go here at Rockingham, UK. Here comes Michael Norman. And Henrietta almost got in the wall, and Norman about turned the 43 of Fitzwater around. That would have been really bad for Fitzwater. But now, can Norman get a run to her? He got a gray run on her. And here we go. White flag is out. The white flag is out, so if a caution comes out now, the race is over. But here comes Michael Norman to the inside. Can he re-get the lead? He's going to clear the 43 of Fitzwater, but does Fitzwater have anything for Norman to get the lead back? Let's see, coming in the 4. She's trying. She is trying. But it's not going to happen. Michael Norman is going to get his second win of the season, and he's going to win here today in the United Kingdom 500 here at Rockingham, UK. Great job. The Chase drivers' winning streak continues. Great job by that 3 team. He's going to move up pretty high in the points. But before we continue on with the results, we need to go and take a look at a replay to see what happened to the cars of Austin LaPlante, Matt McIntyre, Tommy Mooney, Ian Dutta, Ian Siegel. Well, here's a look at it. Ian Dutta was making his pit stop around lap 36, and then he hits the pit wall, and so too does Matt McIntyre. They both hit the pit wall, and that's what happened to both of those cars. Now with Austin LaPlante and Ian Siegel, they're back here right next to each other, literally. Let's see what is going to happen with these two. Is Siegel going to hit the pit wall as well? He does, and so too does Austin LaPlante. And that's how Jordan Culp and Tommy Mooney get collected in there, but that was a tough break for all those guys. But that was a look at what happened. We will now take you to the official finishing results. Well, we are now going to take a look at the results. Michael Norman is going to come away with his second win of the season and his first chase win, and that's what's going to be for him. Second is going to be Henrietta Fitzwater. Great run for her. Third, Ibrahim. Then the next highest chaser was Cole Daly, and then rounding out the top 5 was Henry Nova. Great run for those guys. Seth Cole gets 6th. Great run for him. Cody Lamas, another chaser, finished in the top 10. Great finish for him. Eric Burden 8th. 9th, Noah Hart, another chase contender. And then Cody Hagan in 10th. Now the rest of the chasers, so the drivers who were in the chase in contention were 1st, 4th, 7th, 9th, 12th, 13th, 18th, 21st, 31st, 33rd, 37th, and 42nd. So that is a look at how the chasers finished. Now, point situation, you'll just have to see when the points come out here at the end of this video. But anyways, now here are the results one more time and the official point standings. But until the next race, which will, I think, be held at Atlanta, until then, this is Levi McIntyre saying so long, everybody.